time for Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for Cardinal sports, Eudora Sports Live. Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. They have Kansas covered with 23 companies to give you the best choices possible. Learn more at kansasins.com. Eudora Sports Live is also presented by It's time for Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for the Cardinals, Eudora Sports Live.
Welcome in, everyone, to Eudora Sports Live. My name is Reed McAvoy. I am here with my dad, Kevin McAvoy, and we are coming to you live from the Cardinal Arena in Eudora, Kansas, where we have got the Eudora Cardinals and the Eudora Lady Cardinals about to take on the Mill Valley Jaguars in a doubleheader, girls and then boys. We will be bringing you the girls varsity game right here, and we're going to take a quick break, and then we will come back with a recap of how last week went and preview this game that we are about to see. So don't go anywhere. Keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back here to Eudora Sports Live. Reed McAvoy and Kevin McAvoy here with you. And Kevin McAvoy is going to bring us a recap of how these two teams did in their most recent matchups, brought to you by Caw Valley State Bank.
All right. Well, Reed, last week, Thursday, was the season kickoff. And the Mill Valley team.
We can take 1 second for the national anthem. We'll be right back here.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Caw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Caw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Caw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Caw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
And you were saying, Kevin.
All right. So last week, both these teams kicked off their season, both with some pretty good games. When we saw here last week, we had the home team Eudora taking on Spring Hill, and we were impressed. I was, at least, by the three-point shooting prowess of the Eudora girls, and they pulled out ahead with a 53 to 40-point victory there against Spring Hill. Meanwhile, Mill Valley took on Blue Valley West and lost in a nail-biter, 41 to 38. So looking at last year, that looks to be an improvement for Mill Valley with only 3 wins last year. Looking for a real improvement this season, and I think they may be on track for it.
All right, Kevin. We are just listening into these starting lineups right now that we will get to you as well soon, though you might be able to hear them with how loud the PA is here in the stadium, in the arena, that is. So we will go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply.
So as we are wrapping up our pregame show brought to you by Caw Valley State Bank, I want to go ahead and read to you the live read that I'm supposed to read. Caw Valley State Bank provides the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking service possible. Proud to cheer on the Cardinals and serve the Eudora community. Learn more at cawvalleystatebank.com. And now we will bring you the starting lineups, which are brought to you by the Eudora Community Library. Starting with your Lady Cardinals, we've got number 4 senior Jayla Erpelding, number 11 Sophie Whalen, the senior, number 20 Kenzie Yoder, another senior, senior 24 Lainey Orr, and another senior, number 31 Parker Long. So 5 seniors starting for the Lady Cardinals as we are about to tip off right here before we get into those Jaguars starters. So give me 1 second here. Starting in a bit of a frenzy here, continuing now with the Jaguars starters. You've got junior Josie Benson, number 5, freshman number 11 Riley Riggs, sophomore number 22, Paige Roth, junior number 24, Avery Landon, and freshman number 25, Riley Marshall. So those are the starters brought to you by the Eudora Community Library, which is proud to support the Eudora Cardinals by providing excellent community events for children and families through excellence, inclusion, persistence, and collaboration. Go Cardinals, the library is cheering you on. So we are fully underway here. I will go ahead and acknowledge right off the bat there's a bit of a blockage in front of the third digit on the clock. We just can't get past any of the awnings here. I think that's the best compromise that we could find for you rather than having it shaking like we did last game. Just trying to navigate the Cardinal Arena here. It's a great space to be in, but with all of the different basketball backboards and such hanging from the roof, there's only so much that we can do to get you a perfect picture of the scoreboard. But without further ado, we are underway here. So, Kevin, what kind of game would you be expecting to see here?
Well, I hopefully we see the Lady Cardinals get back on their three-point shooting game. That was super effective for them. And then hopefully the Jaguars can hang in.
There was a lot of Parker Long, especially coming from three, but there was some Bryn Dieterding, some Jayla Erpelding, some Lainey Orr, all shooting from three. There was a lot of different shooters. That was something we talked about. A lot of different people putting the ball in the net, ball in the hoop, as it were, for the Lady Cardinals.
Still scoreless here.
Though right now that is not happening for either side. Still 0-0. Over a minute in here. I made a mistake on the starting lineup. I said Sophie Whalen. It was actually Bryn Dieterding. So 4 seniors and a freshman. And that is who you see on the ball right there is Bryn Dieterding. And she's going to get the first basket of the game. The electric freshman has done a lot of good for the Lady Cardinals here this is the second game now. Her first game, she did a whole lot for the Cardinals and is continuing that on here being the first scorer of the day. And she is, at least for the time being, going to stay the only scorer of the day.
Hard effort there by Bryn to go for that ball out of bounds.
Kenzie Yoder ended up on the ground, something that we talked about happening a lot of times last game. She was just getting herself fully involved, being very physical, putting her body on the line, and no different here today, already in the thick of it. There's a foul here that's going against Riley Marshall. First foul of the day for the Jags. Dieterding thought about that shot, but was well defended, but now got it out to Erpelding. Back to Dieterding. She wants it from three, and just a little bit off there.
Nice rebound there. Offensive boards. Huge part of the game.
Trying to reset the play. Here's Orr into Yoder, and Yoder went for that and one shot. She's going to get a couple of shots from the free throw line. I mean, it speaks for itself. She is really just throws herself in. She is not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
She puts it all out there for the Lady Cardinals. And she is good from her first shot from the line. She earned. If ever there was a question if basketball was a contact sport,
Yes,
Kenzie Yoder will tell you absolutely yes it is, and I love it.
Or at least she's committed to it. Good ball movement from the Lady Jaguars.
And nice steal there by Orr. Gives the Cardinals a chance to increase their lead here. Low scoring so far, only 4-0. And the Cardinals then turn it over. Little inaccurate pass there from Long.
Hard to get from the deep corner to the high post. There's a lot of traffic in the lane there.
This is Marshall, the freshman, fighting against Erpelding. Gets a nice pass in there, and then Avery Landon could not put the chance away from right underneath the rim. It is a tough angle down there, but she was pretty open. You would have hoped she could have made that shot. And then Lainey Orr, the senior, from three, get the Cardinals' first three-pointer of the day. And it puts the lead out to 7 now for the Lady Cardinals. This is Benson out to Marshall, and what's the call here? Whatever it is, it's against the Jags. Was it a foul or a timeout?
Looks like they're calling a timeout, I'm guessing.
Interesting. The Jaguars there were getting some pretty good movement.
Yeah, as I say, so far their strong point has absolutely been ball movement on the perimeter of the 3-point line. But once they get into the paint, it gets a little muddier down there.
And right as they were about to create a chance there by way of Riley Marshall, it seems that Coach Adam Runyon called a timeout for the Jags. So we will go ahead and take a break as well with them, and we will be right back.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live as we are coming out of the Jaguars timeout. Riley Marshall will have the inbound here on this near side with Erpelding in her face. Gets it off to Landon. This is Avery Landon, the 5'10 junior. And that shot for the Jags won't go, but a nice offensive board. And then followed that up with a travel did Riley Riggs, the freshman. 6 foot she is, but after getting the nice rebound, couldn't do anything with it. Cardinals maintain their shutout.
I've had a lot of pressure there from the Eudora Lady Cardinal defense and got pushed into a travel.
This is Dieterding calling Lainey Orr to come towards her. Now Long, Parker Long gets it out to Erpelding, but they say that she traveled before she got that pass off. So it'll be a turnover back to the Jaguars. Unable to break down the Lady Cardinals defense enough to score. They've actually gotten a couple solid chances, but unable to finish so far. Do you think anything might have to change to fix that for them, Kevin?
Well, they need to start looking at those mid-range shots, the 15-footers from outside the paint but inside the arc. Right there, actually. I think that's going to be their range once they can get a set shot. Because the threes seem too far and inside the paint seems too hard.
Yeah, I don't think that was a bad shot selection by Riley Riggs, but obviously a bad shot came off in the end. First substitutions of the day, Parker Long leaving for the Lady Cards and Hannah Keltner coming in, and Riley Riggs leaving for the Jaguars, replaced by Leah Conan. Cards still with their nice 7-0 lead. Oh, you could see the play design there
Absolutely.
from Dieterding and Lainey Orr. It was a very good idea. Just Dieterding was almost too fast for her team's own good. Here's Riley Marshall now and cannot get it to go. So still scoreless are the Jags. Quick break here has Keltner. Now Erpelding over to Dieterding. Lady Cardinals taking their time here. Erpelding going to get called there for a double dribble. Unfortunate there. Unforced error. Just ended up hitting her own shins.
I'm going with a modified press here.
Cardinals maybe want to keep this shot out. Riley Marshall here. Went for the and one. Nearly got it, but she will get a couple shots from the line to potentially break the deadlock of the Jaguars.
I think the Lady Cardinals defense has absolutely just been right on it today, not letting anything get beyond their reach.
That foul was called against Kenzie Yoder. And they are no longer scoreless. The Jaguars getting their first point from the line by way of freshman Riley Marshall. She's got another one here. Trying to capitalize on the shooting foul, but that one won't go. And then Yoder. Nothing more needs to be said, but Kenzie Yoder. There is no one more aggressive that I've ever seen play any sport ever.
Yeah, that's a fairly intense young lady right there.
Marshall trying to find a good spot here, is able to connect with Landon. Landon trying to drive to the basket. She does so and lays it in nicely.
Yeah.
Very nice job there from Avery Landon, the 5'10 junior, to get a second basket on the day for the Jags, their third point. This is Dieterding and now Yoder. Yoder driving to the basket physically and lays it in. 9-3.
Strong drive right in the paint, all the way down the lane. Great basketball.
And foul goes against the Cardinals here.
Yeah, blocking on top of the key.
It was Yoder, her second. And now a sub for the Cardinals. Yoder will check out for Lucy Giffen, senior, 5'8". And here is the inbound for the Jags, trying to close this 6-point deficit. Here is Marshall, definitely the leader of this team. Interesting seeing both of these teams really have their star guard as a freshman, that being Dieterding and Marshall. And Marshall gets that one to go. Maybe unconventional, but undeniably a basket, 9-5.
At that high carom off the back of the rim and dropped straight through the net.
And then a travel. I'm not sure if that was against Dieterding or Keltner. Either way, though, Cardinals turning that one over. We've got another sub checking in here. This is Sophie Whalen coming in for Keltner.
And they're running that full court press again.
Sophie Whalen applying the pressure here against Avery Landon, who's going to get all the way there. And she will get a couple from the free throw line.
Strong drive down the lane.
Yeah, second time that Landon has drove to the basket, driven to the basket strong. So clearly that's going to be how she wants to try to help out her team on offense. But now she gets a couple tries from the free throw line. And her first will not go. And the Jaguars, will make a quick substitution. Riley Riggs re-entering play here for Paige Roth. And now Lainey Orr is ready to come in for the Lady Cardinals, but she's still off the court right now. And the bucket goes for Avery Landon, so 9-6. A deficit that was once 7 is now 3. Cardinals lead shrinking. And Jayla Erpelding will check out for Lainey Orr. Dieterding trying to do it herself. Here's Orr now. Gets it back to Dieterding. Orr using her height there to get out of trouble. Dieterding's going to pull up from 3. And just off yet again. Her second 3 that has been only inches away from going in. But
and the Jaguar player there reached over and tapped it off the body of a Cardinal player to turn it into a Jaguar ball.
The two good shots from 3 for Dieterding count for nothing so far. And now the deficit remains at 3. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Marshall. Now Riggs, and her shot does not go and is rebounded immediately by Giffen. 36 seconds remaining now. Orr wide open from 3, couldn't get it though. And Riggs with the immediate rebound.
If she'd followed her shot, she would have had a great chance at that rebound.
So only the 1 3-pointer so far for the Cards did come from Lainey Orr.
I think the coach over here wants to join the action. A couple feet there out onto the court.
Orr playing some strong defense. 2 seconds left. The Jaguars want the last shot. They get it, but it will not go. Riggs has had a couple different shots come up short. And that one no different. So the quarter ends 9-6. The Lady Cardinals have the lead. We will take a break and be right back.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live following the quarter break. The Lady Cardinals preparing to begin with the ball here. Just a 3-point lead. It was a 1.70, and then it is now 9-6. So the Jaguars have done well to reestablish themselves in this game. A low-scoring game at that, but Parker Long maybe wants to change that. Can't right now, but a nice rebound. And one shot goes for Jayla Erpelding. A very nice rebound and finish through the foul there. Means that Jayla Erpelding could get a 3-point play of her own.
I'm a big fan of offensive rebounding.
That foul was against Josie Benson, her first. And it will be a 3-point play for the 5'6" senior. Very nicely done there by Jayla Erpelding to now have the Cardinals doubled up over the Jags, 12-6.
I like what you did there. 3, 4, 5, 6. That was creative.
Riley Marshall here.
I said the Mill Valley ball movement is really strong. If they could have their shooting on par with their passing, they'd be in much better shape.
Yeah, the one that I highlight, which maybe it's rude talking to pull it out the freshman, but Riley Riggs who's taking these free throws here, has had multiple shots come up well short, like surprisingly short of the basket. Here though, she hit the rim just fine, but just an example of that the Jaguars have set up good chances and have been unable to finish so far. But I think that going forward, they've got time to figure it out. Again, only second game of the season. This is a freshman we're talking about here, so she's got time to figure it all out. Gets a nice shot to go there. 12-7 now, but it's not just her; it's the team that needs to get some better shooting going on the day. But the Cardinals have been a little lacking as well so far. They've just created better chances, but from three, especially only the one so far, they've gotten to go. Parker Long now trying to find some space, gets a nice pass over to Erpelding, who drives to the basket and just doesn't go for her. And the Jaguars did well to keep that one in and gain possession. Avery Landon here. Riggs is going to be called for a travel there. You'll also notice a new face into the game, Faith Pittenger, number 35 for the Jaguars. Freshman 6'1", she's listed as. So some tall players on this Jaguars team.
I've always felt some of those listings are a little exaggerated when it comes to basketball players' heights.
Allie Rychek is the only Lady Cardinal listed at 6 foot or above, and she's 6 foot even. There are multiple players on the Jaguars roster that pass that 6 foot barrier, and both of them are out on the court right now. Riley Riggs and Faith Pittenger. Here's Pittenger now. A desperation lob there for Long. Does find Dieterding. And then a foul called there against the Jags. The Jaguars coach cannot believe it. Adam Runyon. It was against Avery Landon. Parker Long now on this left side. Just gets it back to Dieterding, sort of resetting things. Dieterding with a nice move and a great finish there. Great play from Dieterding to again have the Cardinals doubled up over the Jags, 14-7. Bryn Dieterding, the freshman, is an electric player.
Is she the coach's daughter or just one of the coach's daughters?
That I could not tell you, but she's definitely one of.
Yeah. Sometimes basketball runs in the family.
And there, her pass just a little bit too high for Erpelding. So they turn that one over. 5.5 remaining here in quarter number 2. Marshall. She got a bit of a screen there from Paige Roth, but wasn't able to do much with it. Now Dieterding breaking down court. And then her pass could not find Erpelding. And now Marshall is home free there. Finishes that one very nicely. 14-9. Riley Riggs there using her height to create a good play there for the Jaguars. I do believe that Riley Riggs is 6 feet. That I can definitely see.
Okay.
Here's Marshall. She wants it herself. She earned the foul there. I was just sorry. I was listening to the referee rather than talking over him, trying to make sense of what he was calling. It was a pushing foul called against Jayla Erpelding.
Yeah, on those out of control dribbles, it's hard to say if they're going to be a charge, a block, a push, what the actual call is going to be. So you got to pay attention to the ref.
Erpelding then checked out for Izzy Brunkow, freshman getting her first minutes of the day. Here's Pittenger out to Marshall on the right side, working against Brunkow, and then Yoder made a nice block. I think they stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
On that back line. Even if she had it, though, Yoder did great to block the pass. Avery Landon checking in for Riley Riggs on the Jaguars side of things. Overall, though, the Cardinals' lead has gotten just a little bit smaller. 5 points now. Brunkow trying to control that one and could not do so. Dieterding's had a couple passes go just a little high.
It's the high risk, high reward situation there.
It's also a matter of, being 5'6" herself, Bryn Dieterding. She probably has to, she feels the need to pass up for the most part and definitely has to do it to get around some defenders, especially of this Jaguars team.
Nice rebounding there by the Lady Cards.
Under 4 minutes now. Cardinals with a chance to maybe regain the 7-point lead that they have had in 1 point in both quarters. Brunkow is going to win a foul there against Avery Landon. Landon's second. If the Jaguars commit one more, they will send the Cardinals into bonus for the rest of the quarter. Here is Yoder, and her mid-range shot won't go. Marshall working against Brunkow. Now in the corner for Pittenger. And then it was Paige Roth that finished that one off. A very nice play design there. And finished off well there by the junior. Yoder now. Physical as ever, but
Often a charge.
it is a charging call there going against Yoder. Much to the delight of the Mill Valley Jags bench. That's Yoder's third foul now.
You're probably going to get subbed out here. Yeah.
Sophie Whalen does come in to replace her. Bit of a press from the Cardinals defense. Landon here. Now Marshall. And it'll stay Jaguars ball. No.
Dribbled off her own foot.
Interesting. I think that he was originally going to call Jaguars ball. I'm not sure if maybe the other ref said something or he replayed it in his mind and saw it differently the second time. But that went from a Jaguars ball to a Cardinals ball. So here we are with Dieterding with the ball in her hands.
Yeah, the way that kicked off someone's leg, obviously, it almost had to be a Cardinals ball.
Brunkow now on the left side to Long. Long wanted to drive in, but she'll pull up from mid-range. Couldn't get it. And then Orr did well to volleyball spike that one to a Cardinal teammate, creating the offensive board. And Long trying to capitalize, and just a little bit too much power put on that layup. Some stumbling there from Avery Landon, but she recovered nicely to somewhat break the ankles of Sophie Whalen. But now a foul is going to go against Sophie Whalen.
Looked like good defense to me.
Avery Landon definitely had her on ice. And in the end, the referees say she won a foul. It's the first against Sophie Whalen. Here's Landon again, working against Whalen, and the whole Cardinals defense nearly laid that one in. Jags got back on top of it. That was a chance to tie the game. It didn't go, but they do get the layup and are now within one. Faith Pittenger, the 6'1 freshman, getting that one to go. So the deficit is now 1. When it was once 14-7, it is now 14-13. Cardinals on a bit of a dry run.
If they slow it down and get their shots instead of trying to drive into the paint so much, they might be better off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tough call there, traveling against Sophie Whalen. Means that the Jaguars, when we come back, the Jaguars will have a chance to take the lead for the first time today. So don't go anywhere. It's getting good here with 1:30 to go in the quarter.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back here, 90 seconds is all that remains here before halftime. Jaguars will begin with the ball.
I imagine Eudora's going to be going for a steal here and a quick two.
Some sort of conversation going on between the ref and the coach. Didn't exactly seem like the most pleasant of conversations. But Marshall now here on the ball working against Izzy Brunkow. Now she finds Riggs. Riggs then sets a pick for her. Back into Riggs in the middle. And then Benson. Now for 3 is Marshall. And she could not get it to go. So the Cardinals will maintain their lead and could now extend it. A little over a minute to go. And Izzy Brunkow just lost the handle on it. So Jags, chance to take the lead again. Benson hands it off to Marshall. Trying to get that into Riggs, and Parker Long said, no way. It'll be a jump.
That's going to be a Jaguar ball.
Which means it will stay with the Jaguars. Coach didn't like that one. Parker Long made a nice play to intercept that one. Take a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep you here unless it's a full. But yeah, I think that was interesting. Parker Long got up that one. Do you think that was the right call on a jump ball there?
Hard to say. The amount of time for dual possession that a ref calls for a jump ball is variable to his own opinion, much like refereeing in any sport. But certainly not the way the Cardinals would have wanted that to go. They had a little bit of pressure going, and now the Jaguars get a break, get the reset, try to pull up for one more shot here to end the half.
Yeah, the Jaguars will keep the ball. They will have the inbound on, I think, one of the sides, right, coming off of a timeout.
Should be underneath.
But either way, 42.5 seconds remaining. Chance to take their first lead of the day. After about 4 minutes of scoreless basketball, the Cardinals finally took the lead and have not let go of it since. But that could change here in the ensuing 42.5 seconds. Marshall here inbounds to Riggs. Riggs gets it up and it won't go. Still loose. Benson gets a hand on it and she brings it down, but then it's stolen by Whalen. Whalen trying to break away, and now it's taken back by the Jaguars. Avery Landon, and she puts it away. Mill Valley takes the lead in a crazy turn of events there, back and forth. Seemed like Riggs should have scored, and then maybe Whalen should have created a chance better. And then Avery Landon ends up putting it away. Mill Valley in the lead for the first time today. What you got, Kevin?
I'd say Sophie Whalen would have been much better served to have just gone up. Probably would have drawn the foul on her initial drive.
Izzy Brunkow tried to shoot from three there, didn't get it to go. So the halftime score, unbelievably, has Mill Valley in front. The first time they've taken the lead. We'll go into half with the lead. So we will go ahead and take a break, and then we will recap that first half, preview the second half of the game, and also the upcoming game between the boys varsity teams of these two schools. So don't go anywhere. Keep it here. Second half is next.
High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Welcome back here to your Jean's Heartland Foods halftime show on Eudora Sports Live. Reed McAvoy and Kevin McAvoy here with you. in a first half where the Cardinals had the lead for 99.5% of it, and the Mill Valley Jaguars ended with the lead. If this were, either the end of the game or I was going to say a NASCAR race, that's all that matters is that last lap. Now it's only halftime right now, but the Lady Cardinals got to look at themselves and try to figure it out in a game where they had multiple points, had a 7-point lead, including 14-7. It is now 14-15. Kevin, what kind of things did you see out there on both sides of things?
Well, I think the biggest thing I saw was a lot of really aggressive defense. No one letting anyone having a free path to the hoop. Hopefully the coach for Eudora can make some halftime adjustments, get the girls back shooting those threes from range, and get them clear of the defense. The ball movement needs to get a little more sharp. For Mill Valley, it's just more about taking those more, higher percentage shots would be what Mill Valley needs to do.
Which it's funny. I mean, we were talking about how their shooting wasn't particularly impressive, and then they have the lead. So I don't really know. I was watching the game, and I don't know where those points came from, but they found them.
It's low post, under the hoop, getting rebounds. The one breakaway where the one girl dribbled it down, handed it off to her teammate. She scored. It's been really effective. I preach offensive rebounds. It's a huge part of the game that isn't fought for enough. That's where a huge number of the points are coming for Mill Valley.
I think there's also a couple, at least one, of just simply capitalizing on Cardinals' mistakes.
Yep.
Which the Cardinals need to clean up, make sure they're not making those, not giving away free points on the offensive and then defensive side of things. So just an interesting thing. Do you think there should be any changes made?
Like I said, I think the Eudora coach needs to get the girls focused on 3-point shooting. I'd say that was their strong suit in game one. Really, really effective.
They've only got the one 3-pointer so far. That was by way of Laney Orr. And I want to say I think they've attempted 5 or 6 maybe. Yeah. So it hasn't been on for them so far today, but it's one of those things where you keep trying it and it turns out to be worth it because it'll rack up and even make up for failed possessions because it's greater than a 2-point play.
Right. I'd say get Parker Long back on her long shots.
Yep.
That was a huge part of game one last week, and I'd say we get her back on. And then of course another problem they have is missed physical. Kenzie Yoder a little bit of foul trouble early on, already with 3 personal fouls. Coach has to keep an eye on that. You don't want to lose her. Obviously a real spark plug for the team.
I think the fouls could definitely play a big part in this second half. The Jaguars managed to avoid putting the Cardinals into bonus, but had they done so, that would have definitely changed things. And then with how the Mill Valley shooting has been, if they were to be sent to the line every foul, that could be really advantageous for them, considering their shooting has not been spectacular despite them having the lead. So that is our halftime recap. We'll go ahead and take another break and then preview the game between the guys that you're seeing on your screen right now.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Alrighty, well, we were going to preview that matchup between the boys, but that will have to wait because the second half has snuck up on us, so we are underway of the third quarter and wrapping up the Jeans Heartland Foods halftime show. The halftime show was brought to you by Jeans Heartland Foods, a convenient one-stop shop where you can find everything you need from everyday essentials to items from around the world. Jeans is your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. See weekly specials and more at heartlandfoodstores.com. Focusing in on the action now, the score has not changed in these first few seconds. Let me get that clock back for you. So, still, Mill Valley in the lead, 15-14 right now. Here's Long from mid-range. Wow, really close there, but did not go for her. And the Jaguars getting the uncontested rebound. Here is Landon, and now going to be turned over to the Cardinals. Landon wanted a foul there, but did not get it. Here is Dieterding.
So I suppose if Rubbin is racing for NASCAR, is bumping basketball? Is that
It definitely is for Kenzie Yoder.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Here's Long trying to get the lead back, and she does so.
Nice touch off top of the end of those fingers, get it into the hoop.
The short range shot from Parker Long puts the Cardinals back on top, 16-15. So it was a total of maybe 2.5 minutes that they were down. Riley Marshall tried to add to that time, but couldn't do so. But now maybe Landon can. Her shot off target. Dieterding with the rebound.
Dieterding is a one-woman fast break.
Funny, too, that against such a tall Jaguars team, the 5'6" freshman gets the defensive board there for the Cards. Here is Yoder. Goes to the ground as Kenzie Yoder does. Winning a foul there for the Cards. It was called against Riley Riggs. Her first.
So shooting
Actually,
two here.
Scoreboard says second, but PA said first. Either way, Kenzie Yoder gets that first one to go. Cardinals lead is now 2. And another. It is now 3 points to the good for the Cards. As I said, I think that those fouls and free throws really could play a big role here, considering both teams struggling from field goal range. Nice pass there from Landon across to Marshall. Marshall then got it into Roth, but Roth could not get it to go. Cards with a chance to extend their lead. A bit long pass to Yoder. Yoder hands it off to Orr, and Orr with the easy bucket.
Great teamwork there.
Yoder very excited to have created that chance, and the timeout taken by the Jags makes Yoder even more excited. We will go ahead and take a quick break and be right back. Cardinals 5 points in front.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live. Cardinals 5 points in front. Jaguars here with the ball. A game that I was going to say back and forth. It's been back and forth on the court. In terms of the score, it really was all one way, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. And we're sort of back to where it's the Cardinals have a good solid lead in the game.
Yes, it was back for a long time, fourth for a minute, and then back to back. So yeah, no, it's certainly been a fun game.
Oh yes,
a defensive struggle. The girls need to keep a better handle on some of their passes, but been a great matchup so far.
Benson gets this one across to Riggs, then in for Landon, who was going to go up, didn't get the chance, lost the handle. Then Yoder reached in on it. And the jump ball is going to stay with the Jags there. Marshall trying to find a good pass in here, finds Riggs, and the 6 foot forward puts that one in easy.
Some of the best plays out of low post, the ball never touches the ground.
Dieterding bringing that one down. Erpelding bringing that one down from Dieterding. And a foul is going to go against the Jaguars. Paige Roth. I want to say that's just her first. Second team foul, though, already. And then a substitution. They're going to have Roth check out. I'll get you who came in just a second as Erpelding here. Now Orr. And now Long from 3. That looks good. And just off the front. The Jaguars player that checked it was Marissa Holting, getting her first minutes of the day. 5'8" junior, listed as a guard.
Just a bit more touch from Parker Long, and that would have been right in.
Yeah, that was really close. Here's Benson, one of the Jags starters. Now Marshall. Now Landon. She goes for it herself, can't get it. It's interesting, Avery Landon early on, her whole thing was driving to the basket. We've really seen a lack of that recently. I Not sure what the reasoning for that is, but it was definitely an effective method for her.
Absolutely. Strong movement down the paint. Well, no paint here. That inside the key and then going short to the hoop, and she's taking outside shots now. I'd advise her get back in the paint.
Inside the tape lines.
Don't call again.
Erpelding there.
This one favors the Cardinals.
Fighting hard for the Lady Cards. Maintaining possession are the Lady Cards. 3:09 left here in this third period. A ball into long.
There it is.
That's it. The Cardinals have their own player that doesn't touch the ground on the inbound, as you said. And that one does go from 3. Long's first of the day doubles the Cardinals' lead. It's now 6.
Give me those long shots.
A 3 of their own for the Jags, maybe. Won't go for Landon. And then Dieterding, after rebounding it, couldn't stay in bounds. So turns that one over to the Jags. She was a little frustrated with that.
That's one of those ones of your best options. Sometimes just throw it off your opponent, let it go out of bounds off them.
All right. We've got Landon here working against Long. Now Benson here for Marshall. Thought about the shot. Dieterding, though, in her face. Riggs still can't get that to go. She's just had a tough day from field goal range. Despite her height, it has not helped her out enough today. And then an interception there on Erpelding's pass was immediately succeeded by a travel by Marissa Holting. She was maybe a little bit overexcited on the interception. Ready to break down field like Deron Bland of the Cowboys. Couldn't do it, though. And then she now checks out of the game for Faith Pittenger. Inbound here to Yoder. Dieterding on that right side, trying to find someone open. She gets to Long. Now Erpelding driving, trying to go herself, puts it into Yoder. And Yoder shot just a little too much. Yoder, though, making a physical battle for that rebound. Ended up still losing out.
But she's on the
Jaguars
floor,
now.
which made her hack.
Riggs still having a tough day. Dieterding working against Benson. Yoder thought about the shot. She wants to get one and earns a foul there. That'll be the third foul against the Jags. But with only 1:47 left, Cardinals unlikely to break into the bonus this quarter. Izzy Brunkow coming in for Erpelding. The foul went against Pittenger. Dieterding's going to go from 3. Doesn't go for, and then Yoder. Oh, man. That one wasn't her. She got crashed into there. Looked like she took a shoulder square to the face. Hopefully she's all right. She's trying to walk it off. Looks like she will. Just impressive and maybe even a little bit crazy how
in the best possible way.
Yes, how physical and unbothered she is by contact. It seems like she could play football. And what a play there from Brunkow, trying to get that and one, but she does still
about horizontal taking the shot.
Get a couple shooting fouls, and I guess I jinxed it, but I'll take it. It's a positive jinx. I said I doubted the Cardinals would get into the bonus. Not 15 seconds of game time later, they are into the bonus, and Brunkow is shooting from the line. 1:33 is the time on the clock. I want to again call out that one's unit is obstructed by one of the supporting beams of the backboard here. We tried to find every angle we could. This was the best one for you. So 1:33 is what that says on the clock. Brunkow missed her first and her second. But the Cardinals are into the bonus for these next minute and a half, so still a positive. Here's Benson now on this near side. She's going to go for it and really nearly got that one. And then Riggs with the Moss-type rebound there, but couldn't finish the opportunity off. Making it 2 football references in like three minutes. Dieterding, minute 5. And then a foul against Eudora.
Interesting call there.
What was the call?
Let's see what he does over here. Oh, hitting in the back, possibly? I don't know. If it was football, I'd say it was blocking in the back. I'm not sure what that call is of basketball.
It went against Dieterding, though. That's what we do know. And turned the ball over to the Jags. Riley Riggs checked out of the game. Looks like Pittenger came in for her. Maybe it was Paige Roth. Here's Benson in some space. Now Marshall going for three. Wasn't a bad effort, but didn't go for her. Roth and Orr fighting for that rebound, and then Orr did really well to manage to get that one off to Parker Long and present the Cardinals with a chance here with 40 seconds left. A chance that could not be taken by Brunkow. So now Landon breaking down court for the Jags. Marshall left side, Benson. Benson had a pretty solid attempt from three earlier, but won't do that now. Here's Marshall trying to find some space against Dieterding. Now here's Benson in some space. She really does want that three. She goes for it, and a little too much on it. So missed the rim, found the hands of Yoder. Now 7 seconds left. It's going to go for Yoder, and she could not get it in. Dieterding then sends up a prayer, but the buzzer had already sounded. So 23-17 is the score at the end of three here. The Cardinals did regain the lead and then did not lose it after a couple minutes. So they have the lead going into the fourth. Keep it here. We've got some good action going for you.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Back here, you only missed about 2 seconds of action. Landon on the ball here. Now the Jags working to try to cut into this deficit that is 6 points. And this press here won them possession. What was the call there, Kevin? Do you know?
Looks like a foul on the baseline.
They called Dieterding.
Yeah, grabbing one of the Jaguars players.
So the Jaguars maintaining possession here after a breakdown where the Cardinals couldn't find some space. And then Yoder slapped that one down. She thought she got all ball, but
She'll almost certainly get subbed out here momentarily.
Referees disagree. That's her fourth, and that is 2 immediate fouls for the Cardinals. That'll definitely come up later. Marshall's shot there hits off the top of the backboard, won't go for her. Now here's Yoder, gets under the basket. Her pass is deflected and it still finds Long. And now Orr trying to find some space. Deflects off Yoder to Dieterding. Couple of positive deflections there for the Cardinals. Could have easily not gone their way. Erpelding. Now Dieterding. She's got Orr on her right in some space if she wants her. She then dribbles that way. And now gets herself a breather. She's got Erpelding on her left and a lot of space. I imagine she'll go there eventually. No, she wants to drive to her right. Really unable to find any room against Riley Marshall. And then finds a foul, much to the disbelief of the Jaguars bench. Dieterding was desperate to try to find some room there, and in the end, won a foul. Josie Benson checking in for Riley Marshall. Marshall has 4 fouls herself. Dieterding on 3 and Marshall on 4, the 2 catalysts of the opposing offenses in a bit of foul trouble right now. Speaking of Dieterding, she gets one to go, extending the Cardinals' lead out to 8. That's very big, and a great play from the freshman.
And frankly, that's why you pull up high. You stretch that defense out and just kind of work your way between them all.
Wow, Landon there.
Oh, that's got to be a travel.
That looked like a really good move from Landon. Looked like she really laid that one in, and it decided to bounce right back out on her. And then that shot, nowhere near. So it'll become a Cardinal ball.
I think that young lady across the top of the key must think about 4 steps, and somehow they didn't call a travel on her.
Hard to see everything sometimes as a ref. Yoder gets it down to Long, and then Long with the skip pass for Erpelding. Dieterding now taking her time. Can't blame her with the 8-point lead. Biggest of the day for the Cards. So in a game where we talked about, there was the 1/4. It was back and then forth, and now it's back all the way again.
Absolutely.
Where the Cardinals have their biggest lead all day. Dieterding really went for that one, couldn't get it. Hopefully she's all right. She is not. She's holding her stomach. And then Landon versus Yoder. Wow. Absolute disbelief from both Landon and Benson, and elation for Kenzie Yoder. Meanwhile, Dieterding is going to need to check out of this game, which
that's got to be Kenzie's favorite play. It's taking a charge.
She was absolutely hyped, and actually Dieterding is staying in. I would hope they would get her out. She was clearly showing some discomfort around her stomach and groin region, and then I think she ran out of time there. Is that right?
Yeah, I thought the coach called timeout, though.
Kenzie Yoder running out of time, but maybe not. And Coach Adam Runyon and Josie Benson, specifically Josie Benson, she has been the most in disbelief of all of these calls from the referees.
All right, so they are allowing the Cardinals to have called the timeout. Well, they'll have possession back under the rim themselves.
Cards take a timeout here. We will go ahead and do the same with them and be right back. This action's getting pretty crazy, so don't go anywhere.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live. Yoder is about to get a second try here on the inbound because the Cardinals were granted the timeout that they took. A lot of press here from the Jags. Full court. Dieterding chucks that thing out of there. Finds Parker Long in some space, who's now swarmed by multiple Jaguars players, creating a jump ball, which means they are going to get possession, I believe. No, Cardinals have
Cardinals ball.
These Jaguars getting aggressive. They realize the time is running out on them, and they realize they have a chance in this game because they once had the lead, but the Cardinals have gone on a very big run of their own. We talked about it was once 14-7, then became 15-14. From 15-14, it's now 25-17. And Dieterding in the corner, can't get it. And before the rebound, a foul called against the Cardinals. What you got, Kev?
So interestingly, it seemed like that the Mill Valley Jaguars made the change that we were hoping that Eudora Cardinals would, and that they've transitioned almost exclusively to shooting threes when inside low post had been their strength.
Yeah, their shooting from the field is just not on today at all, and for them to try to rely on something that they don't have, seems that may have been a costly mistake that could end up losing them this game. Parker Long gets that rebound flat-footed, and the Jaguars have called off the full court press. Looks like they're playing man defense here. One-on-ones all over the place. Dieterding versus Roth here. She beats her. Could have finished that one herself, but elected to get it to Long, and that's exactly why. The long shot, as you called it, Kevin. Parker Long there getting her second three. And that's exactly why Dieterding didn't take that clear route to the basket, because she knew that Parker Long had a good chance from three, and she finished that one off, and that induces a timeout from the Jags. We'll go ahead and keep you here. We just sent you to break, so go ahead and discuss this one. There's exactly 4:20 remaining in the game.
Definitely a fan of Eudora pulling up for those three-pointers, and now they have the opportunity. Up by 11 points. And the Lays have been working the rebounds a little bit better. So I think they have a lot of opportunity to take the shots they want and not having to force the ball.
Yeah, and it's interesting. They really haven't actually forced those threes. They've been very selective, I would say, this second half, and it's worked out.
Yep.
And I don't think that they weren't selective in the first half. I think they actually should have made a lot of the ones they missed. But this second half, they have not taken that shotgun approach. They have made the right decisions, taken the right moments to shoot from three, and it has worked out for them very well. Has them now out to an 11-point lead, by far their biggest of the day. Landon here on the ball. Avery Landon. We talked about her ability to drive to the basket, something we have not seen at all this second half. Here's Riley Marshall, a girl who's in foul trouble, but she gets that one to go really nicely, working against Kenzie Yoder. No problem for her finishing that one off, so the lead is now 9. Under 4 minutes to go. Yoder in all kinds of space. Cardinals clearly trying to slow this one down, as they wanted to do as well in the first game when they had the lead. They won their last matchup over Spring Hill. 1-0 on the season. And here they are again, taking time off the clock, reducing the chances for Mill Valley to get back in this one.
Mill Valley needs to start fouling.
Yeah, that happened. Spring Hill, too, was a little reluctant to start fouling. And it ended up, whatever chances they had went away. Landon, though, swipes this one and gets it to go in the face of Kenzie Yoder. So maybe they don't need to start fouling just yet. Just yet.
Good call, good call.
They end up getting away with no points, forcing the turnover, finishing it off. But you were totally right that with time running out on them, as a foul is going to be called here. They, at some point, need to start getting the ball back in their hands. That foul goes against Pittenger, her second. So both teams now have had 3 fouls committed against them.
Well, and Mill Valley's biggest enemy at this point is the clock.
And the Cardinals know that and are using it against them. Erpelding here. Now Dieterding. Dieterding working against Riggs, one of the shortest players for the Lady Cardinals, against one of the tallest for the Jags. Riggs trying to put her under some pressure. Dieterding putting some handles on her. And then she gets that one off to Yoder, gets pushed to the ground. That is, I'm honestly in disbelief that Avery Landon is in disbelief, because she obviously pushed Dieterding to the ground there. Her 4th personal and the 4th for the Jags. And before play resumes, substitution. Riggs coming out for Marissa Holting. Dieterding back on the ball here. Now Josie Benson is the one working against her. Benson, definitely another foul called here. Just going to say Benson is definitely passionate for her team. She's shown a lot of dissent to the referees' calls, and they hit her with one this time, her second foul. So that will send Dieterding to the line and the Cardinals into bonus.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see what it is that the refs are picking up because sometimes the fouls are the only people who see them, I'm guessing.
It is what they're looking for.
That's true.
While we're out here trying to watch the game and the things that are happening, they're watching for the fouls. So Dieterding did not get her first to go. And that one does go for her. And then a timeout taken by the Cards with their 8-point lead. We will go ahead and send you to break as well. We'll be right back. 2:09 remaining. Cardinals 8 points in front.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Yeah.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Kevin just pointed out to me that the student section for the Jaguars over here was given a warning. I don't know if our mics picked it up, but prior to Dieterding's second free throw, there was a loud yell out from this section. So they have now been warned. Parker Longfell on this one. Jump ball, which goes to the Jags. Minute 51 is all that is left now. Jags would need to start making some progress quick. Riley Marshall tries it. Doesn't get it, and then Yoder does really well to get that rebound. And a jump ball, which is now in favor of the Cards. Marissa Holting comes back into the game for the Jaguars. Riley Riggs comes out. Erpelding finds Long in all kinds of space. And that just shows you the mindset of the Lady Cardinals. They are not interested in any more points. They are interested in ending this game by way of holding on to the ball and keeping it away from the Jags. But they were unable to do so, turning that
travel
one
against the Jaguars.
Immediately followed by a travel. A lot alike to Marissa Holting earlier when she made a great interception and then maybe got a little overexcited trying to run down court. Off that turnover there where Yoder could not find any teammate, the Jags then rearing to go, maybe stumbling up a little bit, traveling and losing possession on what could have been a really big chance there in a game that is now really getting away from the Jaguars just in terms of time, not in terms of score. They're right there. But it would be highly unlikely at this point, especially if they're not going to foul.
Yeah, I think with 3 minutes to go and them deciding that they weren't going to be doing that, I think they pretty much decided they weren't going to win this game, frankly.
Yeah, surprising, especially now, to see them still not fouling. They still would have a chance if they decided to.
Absolutely.
But they are purely just trying to play, trying to win a game of monkey in the middle, which is tough. Avery Landon gets her 5th foul there. I believe that spells the end of her day no matter what, unless the rules are different around here. So she checks out for Riley Riggs. 40.2 seconds remaining. Dieterding at the line. Gets her first to go.
Well, we talked about them having to go into a foul system, and they didn't even try to foul there. They just got their momentum taken away from them and kind of tripped into into Dieterling.
Yeah, no, they really did not want to foul. And yeah, I mean it's been tried and trusted for years and years of basketball that's the best way to try to get back into a game right at the end that you're out of, and they did not want to take that avenue. They thought they knew better, but does not seem that it's going to happen for them.
Looks like they called Eudora possession of the ball and out of bounds simultaneously, and a Jaguar ball from under the hoop.
Also then a timeout taken. We'll go ahead and take a break as well. Be right back. 30 seconds remaining. 10-point lead for the Cards.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, well, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it. Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live. Jaguars inbounding the ball here. Under 30 seconds now. Marshall from three. Doesn't get it. Riggs with a nice rebound. And the putback. And that's one of her best shots all day long on a day. She's had a tough time from the field. An amazing putback shot there against her body's momentum. A very impressive shot there for Riley Riggs. Now we've got a stoppage here. Josie Benson hit with her third foul.
And then send Dieterling back to the line.
Yeah, and something I called out early on was when in the first 20 seconds of game time, the Cardinals managed to commit two fouls. It was Dieterling and then Yoder. I said specifically, this will come up later. It has not. It specifically has not. I was exactly wrong. The Cardinals have managed to only commit one further foul in the next 7 minutes of gameplay. And the Cardinals are in the bonus and the Jaguars are not, which is very impressive work by the Cardinals. Good discipline by them to clutch up there. Benson trying to clutch up herself from three. Could not do it, though. And now Dieterling trying to see that one out with a heave down court to Erpelding, but hands in her face from Mill Valley players stopped that from happening. So she will be sent to the line for probably one last time.
I think I just saw him do a technical foul.
That would explain no one else being on the other side of the court. Benson, again, in disbelief, as she's been this entire quarter, it feels like. She's now laughing at it. She definitely cannot believe whatever it is that the referees are discussing with her coach, Coach Runyon. Maybe it's Benson herself getting called for it. No, number 11. We'll hear over the PA in just a second and clear it up for you. The Cardinals on this near side of the court are also laughing at whatever's being called here. Dieterling's technical does not go. They do show up on the scoreboard 11, which would be Riley Riggs. I don't think she was on the court. No, Riley Riggs is seated comfortably on the bench right now. And they have bumped her foul total up to 5 from 4 on the scoreboard. Really confusing what's happening at the end here, but I do think clearly it's a technical. I'm thinking it has to be Riggs. She must have either said something or I really think must have been said something, unless she did something to affect play. She was off on the bench.
She stepped onto the court for some reason, but yeah, Dieterden's getting 4 shots here at least.
Wow, so they called a double technical then, right? Wouldn't that be an ejection? Riggs is still sitting over on the bench, but because Riggs, they showed up on the scoreboard, you guys didn't see, but it went player 11 foul 4, player 11 foul 5. So I think Riggs was just hit with 2 technicals, which in my basketball knowledge is an ejection. However, she's still seated over on the bench. And whatever that confusion was, this game is now over. The Cardinals win 36-23 in a game that ended weirdly, but over the balance of the entire time was a great game to watch. A lot of fun, a lot of good things happening. And the Cardinals end up winning by 13. We will take a break and then recap it and finally preview the boys game, which is coming up next. You don't have to go anywhere. Keep it here for that game next on Varsity Sports Live.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, well, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it. Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
All right, back here on Eudora Sports Live, we went and tried to find what it was that happened, and we're really unsure, honestly. I watched the clip back. Riley Riggs certainly did not do anything. That doesn't mean she didn't say anything. Our best theory is maybe it was something against the coach, perhaps, and they just had to pick a number, but that doesn't really make sense. Whatever it was, let's forget about that. It was a fun game of basketball. And in the end, the Lady Cardinals, came out on top, 36-23. Kevin, what were your thoughts on the game as a whole?
Well, the halftime adjustments we were hoping for, I think, may have gone awry. Mill Valley came out and seemed like they were committed to the three-point shot, which wasn't their strength, and gave up the inside game, which obviously was their strength. Meanwhile, Eudora had a good mix of spotting up from distance, getting a couple of important threes, once again, it was a defensive struggle again the second half.
Yeah, and I think I talked about that the Cardinals were very selective. You also said at the end there that the Jaguars seemed indecisive in terms of how they wanted to finish out that game and try to get themselves back into it. It was a really weird one. We'll say it one last time. The 1/4 and then back, where they got out to a Cardinals 7-point lead, held it all the way right up until halftime when Mill Valley got their first and only lead of the day. And the Cardinals immediately took that back in the third quarter and never let it go, going all the way till the end of the game. So an interesting one, a lot of fun for sure. And the Eudora Lady Cardinals are out to 2-0 now on the season. Two nice results so far to start off the season here on Eudora Sports Live. And I will now go ahead and preview this matchup between the boys varsity teams. So last year, these two teams played, and the Cardinals were victorious 49-43. And last week, the Cardinals were also victorious this season 50-42, of course, over Spring Hill. Hopefully you watched that one here on Eudora Sports Live. Interestingly, the Mill Valley Jaguars boys team has yet to play a game, while the girls varsity team had played one game. The boys have not yet, so this is their season opener against the Cardinals. And the Cardinals come in with, I would say, a bit of an advantage, being that they played a game already. They're going to come in a little bit warm, as opposed to the Jaguars that will be coming in cold. They did play some preseason tournaments and stuff to get warm and into shape, but they have yet to play a true competitive game this season, while the Cardinals do, and not only that, they won. So I would put that favor towards the Cardinals, but looking at this roster sheet, there is one obvious thing that favors Mill Valley, and that is height. My goodness. Height off the wazoo. The Jaguars have 2 players below 6 foot out of their entire roster that is about 20 different players. They have a 6'6", a 6'7", and a 6'8" player. Meanwhile, on the Cardinals side of things, their tallest player on the varsity roster is 6'3". Logan Sullivan is that man. So there will definitely be a height advantage to Mill Valley here today. The Cardinals will have to be strategic and aggressive on rebounding and play in the paint and these sort of things that come with the height disadvantage. But the Cardinals didn't have a particular height advantage against Spring Hill either, and still played a very nice game. What you got, Kevin?
I was going to say that I think one of the differences, though, is that this is game 2 for the Cardinals. This is game 1 for Mill Valley. And so the Cardinals have some things to build on. They had a good scoring effort last week, and they have some things they can really have been working on to improve. Meanwhile, this is the season kickoff for Mill Valley. So that's some unknowns.
Yeah, I was telling them this is their first game, which is interesting because these teams tend to play the same schedule every year. It made me really question, are my sources correct that Mill Valley has yet to play a game? Just because they're supposed to have played Blue Valley West, I believe it was, high school, but that did not end up happening. So this will indeed be their season opener coming against the Cardinals. That'll be next here on Eudora Sports Live. So don't go anywhere. Keep it here. This tip-off will be in about 7 minutes.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Save the Children believes childhood without food is unimaginable. Yet around the world, children are suffering from the worst famine in our lifetime, coupled with conflict, poverty, climate change, and more. Join Save the Children and get fed up. Fed up with the lack of progress. Fed up with the injustice? Learn how you can get involved in the fight against childhood hunger at savethechildren.org/getfedup.
I'm fed up. We're fed up. We're fed up.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, we've got about a minute 40 left here in our Kaw Valley State Bank pregame show. Kaw Valley State Bank, it provides the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking service possible. Proud to cheer on the Cardinals and serve the Eudora community. Learn more at kawvalleystatebank.com. But we already previewed how this went last year. Something else worth mentioning is the records. The Mill Valley Jaguars went 15-6. We said one of those 6 losses was the Cardinals. Meanwhile, the Cardinals went 19-6. So I would say those are pretty even records. So the Cardinals did get into some further postseason basketball where they would finally get their 6th loss. But definitely not anything to super separate these teams. It was only 6 points last year. And I would say that this year we're probably going to see a very good similar level game as well. I will be really interested to see how the height difference plays in. If if last season is to be believed, we've talked about, of course it isn't, but if it is, then I'm excited to see how the Cardinals will manage to try to overcome that and play a good game in spite of having a disadvantage on every rebound all day long.
Well, the biggest difference is going to be low post work and near the backboard. That's where height really comes into play. A little bit of the passing game, but generally you're going to see it in the low posts and the rebounding. Otherwise, as a smaller team, you want to get those distance shots and take your opportunities when they arise.
All right. Well, as they are about to get into starting lineups here, we will go ahead and send you to break one last time, and then we will be back with tip-off.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Everybody can make something because
Alrighty, we are back here on Eudora Sports Live. We are about to have tip-off, and I will also soon bring you our starting lineups, which are presented by the Eudora Community Library. But first, let's focus in here on tip, as we have now wrapped up our Kaw Valley State Bank pregame show.
Tip-off, another area where height certainly assists.
Bring it down a little bit then. Yeah. So that's good. And it is won there by the 6'7" senior Mason Kemp, one of the starters for the Jaguars. I will get into their lineup now. They've got Ja'Kai Carter, 6'1", 6'4", number 4, Reese Rydell, number 13, 5'11", Bryant Wiltsey, 6'6", number 25, Carter Kafis, and 6'8", number 55, Gus Hawkins, alongside Mason Kemp, we already mentioned. An early foul going the way of the Cardinals here.
Aaron passed there. He thought he had to get someone on the perimeter, and the guy had run away. Toss the ball right out of bounds.
Now, quickly for the Cardinals, you've got Errol Seaman, Caden Stedry, Nick Youngkin, Connor Watson, and Logan Sullivan at 6'3". The tallest Eudora Cardinal is Logan Sullivan. There is also worth a supporter section worth mentioning here for the Mill Valley Jaguars. Only about a 20-minute drive for them. Good, solid group of people have made it here. Those were the starting lineups brought to you by the Eudora Community Library, which is proud to support the Cardinals by providing exceptional community events for children and families through excellence, inclusion, persistence, and collaboration. Go Cardinals! The library is cheering you on. Still 0-0 here, 45 seconds in. In terms of game time, I'll also go ahead and acknowledge the play clock is mildly obstructed by one of the supporting beams of the backboard. We found the best angle we could for you folks. That's just, unfortunately, that third digit will have to be a little bit tougher to see, but I will keep you informed if it is extremely relevant for some particular reason. The three-point shot there, off target for Carter Capus. So we are still tied at 0 here.
Well, and Errol and Caden have picked up early fouls here, which, you don't know if that's going to become an issue, but to have your fouls down this early in the game can be a shadow of things to come.
After Sedry's close three didn't go, the rebound was a bit of a challenge, and then Sedry says, "Get that out of here." No way that pass is finding its way to Mason Kemp underneath the rim. This is definitely going to be one where there will be large reactions both ways for every big play, with the large Eudora fans section, of course, and a pretty good sizable student section of Jaguars as well. Youngkin getting his first foul of the day. Third for the Cardinals already here, only a minute and a half in. And potentially the first points of the day here, but no good for Reese Rydell. This is Sullivan. And Sullivan was our barbed wire barbecue smoking player of the game last match. And the first bucket of the day here comes from Reese Rydell, the 6'4" sophomore. Gets a long three there to go. And we are no longer scoreless. Mill Valley with the first lead of the day. Sullivan here.
Hopefully Eudora doesn't get sucked into a three-point shooting contest. I think they're going to be better taking their shots from mid-range and being opportunistic.
We do know they have some very capable long-range shooters, Sullivan being the most capable.
There it is. Wow, look at that.
Just as I was about to get those words out, that Sullivan is the Cardinals' greatest three-point shooter. This one will not count, though. We've got a foul being called against the Cards. So despite that, no, okay. They put the bucket on. The bucket does count. All right. I was just, the way that everybody reacted seemed a little bit melancholy, perhaps, but Sullivan's very impressive fadeaway three there will count. So we are tied once again, this time at threes. And the Jags turn it over. So the Cardinals getting down court here, trying to take their first lead of the day, perhaps. Logan Sullivan working against Rydell. Sullivan wants it again from three, and really nearly got it from the corner there, deep in the corner, but didn't go. And now Jags want their own. It's like we've got a three-point contest going on here today.
And that's not usually the most effective way to play at the high school level, oddly enough.
I think maybe the large student sections are goading them into it. They want to hear those fans yell. A very impressive rebound there by Carter Capus, the 6'6" junior.
Definitely one of those plays where that height advantage takes center stage.
Yeah, and that's going to be something that I know Errol Seaman definitely cares about, is the timing of the jump for the rebound. That's something where a player who is, naturally very tall will get lazy at, because they don't need to time it as well when they're naturally higher up. But if you are, up to 8 inches shorter than your opponent and you can really time that jump, you might be able to catch them off guard and at least get a hand in there, maybe even make that rebound. First substitutions of the day, Connor Watson and Errol Seaman checking out for Micaiah Jerome and Jake Arnold. Also on the Jag side of things, Reese Rydell checked out for Cale Drummond. Here's Youngkin. Now Jerome. Micaiah Jerome couldn't get it to go. And then, my goodness, Mason Kemp is tall. Got up there, got that rebound right at the rim. Now a corner three does not go for the Jags, but it ended up being a pass there from Bryant Wiltsey that let Carter Capus lay that one home easy. So now 7-3, Mill Valley out to a good lead. Wow. Maybe some good acting there from Cale Drummond. Maybe it was real. From this angle, definitely looked a little embellished. But the foul does go against Logan Sullivan there in his first. The Jags are now in the bonus for these remaining nearly 4 minutes of play. I imagine that will come up at some point. This one's rolling around on the ground. Now pulling up from three was Carter Capus. Didn't go for him.
It was a long-range three.
He just sensed that he was wide open, didn't want to miss the chance to take an uncontested shot, but maybe forced it a little too much for his own good. Now this one's loose, but Arnold will get back there and recovers to make sure that the Jags don't at least get an easy basket. Let the defense come back and assume their positions. Watson and Seaman coming back in, as well as Reese Rydell. The Cardinals reassume. No, they don't. I was going to say their starting lineup, but it is Youngkin going out. And Bryant Wiltsey checked out for the Jags. It was Youngkin and Jackson Smith who went out of the game. Here's the three-pointer for the Jags. No good from Ja'Kai Carter. And then Carter Capus wanted a foul back there. He maybe was shoved off that rebound a little bit, but
let's call that an old-school boxing out.
Yeah. Ja'Kai Carter now on the break. Gets it to go against Errol Seaman. 9-3 now the lead. Cardinals need to maybe slow this one down a bit. Jaguars are running away from him. Here's Sullivan. The only points of the day for the Cardinals have come by him. Watson maybe wants to change that. And he cannot. Just a little bit off target. Rydell grabbing that rebound. Now Capus, but Errol Seaman smacked that one away. And Youngkin will now check in for Micaiah Jerome. That inbound, there was some miscommunication, but it still worked out for him. And ends up turning into a very nice alley-oop from Reese Rydell to Mason Kemp. The 6'7" senior dunks that one home. And a timeout will be taken here by the Cards. They really need to slow this game down. The Jags are out to an early 11-3 lead here. We will be right back. Back here on Eudora Sports Live, the Cardinals trying to counter a bit of a frenzy here that they have underwent so far here in this first 6 minutes. They are quickly down by 8 and really have not had much cause for hope so far. Maybe that timeout and discussion will result in some adjustments. Some good ball movement here, but it's more just forced by good defense from the Jags. Here's Sullivan trying to find space, and that shot is crazy. And they're going to give him the 3 as well. I thought that was a long 2. He stepped back behind the line, so the deficit is much smaller now, only 5. Here's Carter. Ja'Kai Carter, no good. But they get the rebound. Now, Cephas. Cephas will be sent to the line, it would appear. Logan Sullivan called his second. It's the 6th foul against the Cardinals this quarter.
I noticed one advantage that Eudora does have is they have a deeper bench than does Mill Valley. So if they had players get into foul trouble, they can replace them. But not something you want to do with your starters, I imagine.
Yeah, and there's a reason that the Jags, when they got 3 players 6'6" and over, maybe they're like, yeah, I don't think we need to really continue recruiting. We've got a solid squad. I don't really want to take them off the court for anybody, so how about let's not get any people involved and get their hopes up and get their parents angry at me for not playing them, because I'm playing the 6'7" kid. Here is Connor Watson. Now Micaiah Jerome. Youngkin. And Youngkin trips, but makes a great pass to get that off to Watson. And Watson tried to finish. Not a bad effort, but did not go. And then Cephas got that rebound. Now Cale Drummond. Carter made a man miss, and now a wide open 3 for Reese Rydell, who did not miss. And the lead is 9. 20 seconds remaining now. Cardinals want to have the last shot here. Looks like the Jags will oblige. Watson pulls up with 5 to go. Doesn't go, so now there will be a full court shot here, and it's not bad, but does not go for Mill Valley. So the deficit will be 9 here after the end of the first quarter. The Cardinals have got to figure this one out, but it's not too horrible for them. We will be right back, taking a quarter break here.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, about to begin quarter number 2. Got our scoreboard camera bumped a bit. Hopefully we'll be able to readjust that just the slightest bit. Make sure. That's good. Sullivan from 3, and it goes again. That shot is unquestionable. He's got all 9 points of the Cardinals, all from the same range, same looking shot. 9-15 now the score. 6 points is the deficit. Logan Sullivan single-handedly trying to get the Cardinals on level terms here. Foul goes against Jaguars. Carter Cephas is first. Watson dribbling over towards coach to get the play call. Now Sullivan. Youngkin. Sullivan pulls up. Does not go for him. And now Kapis leading the charge back for the Jags. A wide open shot yet again. We saw this earlier. Didn't go for him. But then the rebound.
Easy put back.
Put away there. For Kapis. Watson with Rydell in his face, who stole it from him and then got it away to Bryant Wiltsey, who laid it home. Bryant Wiltsey, one of the 2 non-6-foot players on the roster. He's only 5'11". 10-point lead now for Mill Valley. And then Sullivan called there for pushing Cale Drummond, maybe elbowing him. Much to the delight of this student section near us. Logan Sullivan's 3rd foul already. He would be a very unfortunate absence if his day were to be ended early. Watson checked out of the game. Stedry re-entered. And also into the game is Cage Crable. A shot from Kapis doesn't go. Sullivan with the casual rebound gets it off to Stedry. Stedry faked to Jerome, then tried to find Jerome, who was closing in to try to get a rebound. A lot of miscommunication there results in a turnover to the Jags. Cardinals have been put under a lot of pressure here. Very fast. And another dunk here for Mason Kemp.
It's a high percentage shot right there.
I think the Cardinals are feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. And then a timeout was called there. Okay, I couldn't tell if they were calling something against Crable or not. Just a timeout. It's a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and send you to break and be right back.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Jerome with a quick inbound here, trying to beat us out of our commercial break. Got it into Youngkin. Now Sullivan. Mention it again. He's got all 9 points. He's going for 12. Couldn't get him. He has all of the Cardinals' points today. They have been struggling for offense and a little bit incapable on defense. But right now,
if they're going to let
possession.
If they're going to let Sullivan keep shooting, they need to start setting picks for him, get him clear of the defender, get him more clear open shots.
Yeah, definitely seems like a player worthy of being the scheme. Youngkin trying to get one of his own, and Kemp couldn't help himself but block that shot. His elbow made the block. That's how tall he is. Watson checking in for Youngkin. Micaiah Jerome to inbound here. Finds Sullivan. Sullivan in for Arnold. Now back to Micaiah Jerome. Watson wants one and couldn't get it. And then Kapis stole that one away. And another bucket for Reese Rydell, who's been very prolific so far.
That same move that the Cardinals keep trying to get in the lane and up to the hoop. They just can't capitalize, and Mill Valley just is.
Here's Errol Seaman trying to find a shot. Kemp blocks it away. Just so tall, these Jaguars defenders. It's going to be really hard. The Cardinals will need to work open shots. Otherwise, they really won't have much of a chance. Kemp with his third dunk of the day for the Jaguars.
And you don't know what these kids know, but if they're going to be getting in the face of the defender, they need to learn how to do a step back to clear some space away from them.
Sullivan definitely is one to do a bit of a step back. His general motion has a bit of a fadeaway to it. Here's Micaiah Jerome now. And going to call a foul against Bryant Wiltsey. His first, Jag's second of the quarter. Sullivan on the ball now on this near right side. Working against Ja'Kai Carter. He gets it to Jerome. Jerome finds Seaman. And then Seaman stepped out of bounds on that baseline. So now, more than a quarter and a half through this, the Cardinals' entire offense is named Logan Sullivan and is from beyond the three-point line.
Well, either they need a lot more of that, or they need to find something other way to score.
Meanwhile, Mill Valley, focusing on this play here, looks like that should be a jump ball, maybe.
They're calling it on the floor.
Calling a foul against Carter Kafis. His second will turn the ball over. And then Micaiah Jerome and Arnold checks out for Stedry and Yunkin. Yes, meanwhile, the Mill Valley offense consists of multiple three-pointers, 3 dunks, and all kinds of different layups and maybe a mid-range shot. Really just mainly layups, just dropping it into the bucket. Stedry going for it from 3, couldn't get it.
Yeah, what a good opportunity.
Definitely. You like him taking the wide open 3. That's what they're going to need to do today, it would seem. Yunkin called for his second foul of the day. Here's Kemp. Kemp now for Carter. And then deep in the corner was Reese Rydell, but his shot did not go. Sullivan again, working against Carter. And they're going to say double dribble.
Carry,
sorry. And before Rydell gets this shot off, foul is called against Eudora, looks like. Yes. Yep. Stedry. His third already. Cardinals definitely are in foul trouble early on here. I imagine Coach Dieterding will do his best to keep any of his guys from fouling out, but that might mean not playing the best guys out there, unfortunately. Kemp with a ridiculous rebound. While his momentum was carrying him away from the rim, he was still able to get his hands up and pull that thing down and then get the basket. Sullivan tried to drive to the basket and then lost the handle on it.
Supposed to be a blocking foul.
But there's a foul, okay. Ja'Kai Carter, his first.
Calling it a shooting foul. Interesting.
Sullivan could continue. Bloom, the only Cardinal to score. Well, I guess that'll happen no matter what. He could increase his tally. And he gets it to go. 10 points is his tally, and the same for the Cards. 17 is the lead for Mill Valley. Under 2 minutes to go now. Drummond out for Rydell. Now Carter on the right side. Carter working against Sullivan. Sullivan was picked by Drummond, but nothing came of that play. Now Carter, now deep in the corner. Kemp for Wiltsey, and then the foul call
on the floor against the Cards.
is against the Cardinals. Wiltsey won the foul there. Suppose it was before he got the shot off then?
Correct.
Kai Jerome now checking in for Sullivan. Getting Sullivan a breather. Kemp. Now a deep three there for Wiltsey, and he didn't miss. The Jags have currently tripled up the Cardinals 30-10. Jerome into Youngkin, and Youngkin's shot doesn't go for him. Tried to maybe set up a dunk for Carter there. Don't know. I'm not sure what was happening there. It was just miscommunication. That was a wasted opportunity there for the Jags.
It's a little overly aggressive lead pass, that's all.
Then Errol Seaman substituted out for Jackson Smith. Here is Smith. And now Connor Watson. Watson tried to drive in. In the end, he's got himself stuck in a bit of a pickle here. Then does really well to find Micaiah Jerome, and Jerome does even better to put that one away. Watson and Jerome bailing. I would say Jerome bailed Carter. Micaiah Jerome bailed Connor Watson out of trouble there. Those are the words I was trying to say.
That was a good bit of patience there to let the defense overplay the ball and then to take the easy layup.
And now on the Jaguar side of things, a new name on the courts, Sully Suderman, 6'5" senior, putting that one away, getting his first minutes in the game. And Connor Watson tripped up there by Cale Drummond, and they're going to call Drummond for the foul, which now puts the Cardinals into bonus for the ensuing 1.4 seconds.
Fewer fouls this quarter from the Cards.
Yeah, the Cardinals had put the Jaguars into bonus only 4 minutes into the first quarter, so to not at all put them into bonus the second quarter is a nice improvement. And Watson did get his first to go, and then did not get the second, and Suderman was trying to get a long shot off. Hopefully Jackson Smith's all right. He ended up blocking that thing pretty violently. 32-13 is the score here. Mill Valley out to a pretty big lead here at half. We will take a break and then recap it for you here on Eudora Sports Live.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Welcome to the Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show. Following a pretty tough first half there, Kevin, what do you got to say on it?
Well, it's not bad basketball. It's been enjoyable to watch. Mill Valley certainly seems to have a height, weight, strength, rebounding advantage, and they're making the most of that. But when Eudora gets in there, they're not taking bad shots, just not having any luck getting the ball to fall. With the exception of Logan Sullivan, who's had a few go down. So either they need to clear away to get some clear threes, or just keep pulling the trigger, and hopefully something's going to go down eventually.
Yeah, I think that scheming around Logan Sullivan would definitely not be a bad plan, like you said, if they really committed to getting him open for those threes. It feels like the three that he had so far they sort of happened, which is a typical way that you take the shot that you're given. But maybe they need to start forcing him open with screens, picks, and just general play calling that finds him in space, because it's clear that he's got that touch. He knows where the basket is, and I think he would be the best chance for the Cardinals to win today in a game that it just feels like got away from them really quickly.
Well, and one way you can do that is to send him into the low post. He is a taller guy. Have him challenge Kemp. And then as he sets up in the low post, have him flash to the outside, clear that open three spot, and see if he can bring Kemp out of the lane with him, hopefully shoot over top of him so he doesn't get blocked. But that would improve the rebound opportunity as well.
Yeah, also something you mentioned was fadeaways, sort of stepping away from these really tall defenders, because it's just, the likelihood of you shooting it over them accurately is really not great, because it just totally changes the angle of the shot that you're taking. So you need to, as the shooter, change that angle prior to releasing the ball so that you can get more of a typical shot off. So maybe that's something that Coach Dieterding could talk to his guys about during the break. We will see what kind of adjustments they make in 4.5 minutes when we are back for the second half. We are going to take another break here from your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Welcome back here to your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show. The halftime show brought to you by Gene's Heartland Foods, a convenient one-stop shop where you can find everything you need, from everyday essentials to items from around the world. Gene's is your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. See weekly specials and more at heartlandfoodstores.com. Under 40 seconds remaining now on that halftime clock. Both teams are back out here. Something that we did notice, Mill Valley came out here, I would say, 3 minutes before the Cardinals. They were only in that locker room for about 4 minutes. Meanwhile, the Cardinals were in there for 6 or 7. I guess they definitely do have a lot to discuss, trying to figure out how they want to attack this second half. Something you mentioned, Kevin, was maybe setting a little smaller goals than something lofty like getting right back into this thing immediately. Of course, not out of the question at all. Just right away, it would be impossible.
There's no safe lead in basketball.
Of course. But to try to get to something like 10 points, 15 in a quarter versus just immediately right back on level terms. But whatever their halftime discussion was, it's over now, and we are resumed here. Third quarter underway. Mill Valley with the big lead. And it's going to get even bigger right now as Carter Kafis puts that one away on the rebound. The lead is now 21. A shooting foul here, looked like. Yep, it's going to send Nick Youngkin to the line.
And the Cardinals did a good job of getting the lane open to give him a chance to drive the lane. That was a good, well-designed play.
The foul went against Wiltsey. It's his second. Youngkin's first does not go. And a second one does. It's interesting, worth a mention that in the first game, the student section was warned for trying to mess with the Eudora players during the free throw, that being the student section of the Mill Valley Jaguars. While here, their jeering has only amplified, and they have not been warned so far. Not calling for it, just saying there has not been consistency in how that was enforced from the first game to now. Here's Logan Sullivan. And now Stedry thought about that shot, did have some space for it, but decided not to. And now Sullivan and his first three-point shot to not go, I believe.
Good effort on the Cardinals to break up the fast break there.
Definitely not lying over in this one. They know there's a lot of time left in this game. Basketball is a sport that lends itself to crazy comebacks, big runs. Eudora is certainly a team capable of creating one. Here's Sullivan. Now Stedry in the corner, trying to drive. He's got Kafis in his face. Can't find anyone. And then
timeout called by the bench.
Eudora takes a timeout there. I would say probably a good idea to make sure that Stedry could get out of trouble, join into a huddle. We'll go ahead and keep you here. Just talk this one over. Just a 30-second timeout. So only a minute and a half in. I know we haven't seen a whole lot so far, Kevin, but what have you seen for the Cardinals?
Well, they certainly have a renewed effort. I think some energy. They're getting in for the rebounds, being aggressive down under the post, and that's a great thing.
I think getting to the free throw line early is good as well. That'll be a spot where they can definitely make a difference in this game. Right now with the deficit at a solid 20. Good amount of work to be done, but not at all out of reach. Now back from the timeout. Cardinals beginning with the ball. Watson inbounds it for Sullivan. Sullivan driving against Rydell. Does a spin. And then that shot was in and out. And rebounded by Kemp.
Once again, not a bad take. Just no luck getting the ball to fall through the net.
Yeah. Not a bad shot selection whatsoever. But just couldn't go. Carter does really nice to save that one, but then Watson intercepts the pass of Kafis. And now Errol Seaman. And now Watson from three. Looks good, but won't go. And then chucked backwards towards the court to stay in play there. But the effort was futile for Stedry.
Doing his best Kenzie Yoder impersonation.
Kafis pulls up from three, doesn't go, and then, oh my goodness, Kemp landed on top of Errol Seaman. But meanwhile, let's focus on Logan Sullivan getting that. He's up to 12 points on the day. But yeah, on this near side, Kemp was trying to rebound. Here's a three from Wiltsey that goes, and he landed on the shoulders of Errol Seaman and then sort of half cartwheeled, landing on his shoulders and head on the ground. Seems to be all right. The referee checked on him. He indicated he's okay. Definitely just a tough situation there. Errol Seaman did nothing wrong. He simply stood his ground, and Kemp ended up on top of him. And then on the floor, a no-look pass there from Ja'Kai Carter finds Reese Rydell in all kinds of space, who puts that one away. The lead's now 22. Stedry in the corner wants it. Gets it. 20 for the Cards. Stedry with a nice three there. Has the Cardinals within 19. We will go ahead and take a break as a timeout has been taken here. We will be right back.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, you didn't miss anything. Ja'Kai Carter dribbling the inbound down court. And then he got it to Kafis, but looks like a foul against Nick Youngkin. His third. So Kafis is now going to get a chance to inbound this from the back line. Finds Kemp. Now back to Kafis, and Youngkin is going to get called for a foul there, and it'll create an and one for Kafis. Youngkin's now up to 4 fouls. He's looking over to the bench, hoping that no one's going to call his number. And as of now, no one will. And Kafis does not get the and one, and then Errol Seaman gets the rebound. Here's now Youngkin, Jerome, then Watson. Here's Micaiah Jerome, Nick Youngkin. And then Ja'Kai Carter makes a great play to poke that one out of the hands of Watson. And Rydell makes an even better play to pass that one to Ja'Kai Carter, who then ran down court and dunks it home, much to the delight of the away supporters section. 23-point lead for Mill Valley here. Errol Seaman on the right side. Hands it off to Watson. Watson wants it himself. Doesn't get it. And then Kemp gets the rebound and wins a foul. There are a couple of substitutions waiting for the Cards. Unsurprisingly, Nick Youngkin checking out of the game, along with Errol Seaman and Connor Watson. So 3 players coming out. Stedry and Smith coming in, and now a timeout has been called here. Let's see who. Full timeout called by the Jaguars. So we will go ahead and send you to a break really quick.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Mill Valley just inbounded. So here is Drummond now on the ball. Now Carter. Carter tried from 3, didn't get it. Kemp grabbed the rebound, and now here's Rydell under the rim. Gets it to Kafis, and Kafis does not miss. 45 now for Mill Valley. Stedry is trying to drive towards the basket there.
Blocking a call on against the Jaguars.
Mason Kemp called for the foul, his second. Now a discussion happening with coach. Micaiah Jerome's going to take this inbound. He finds Stedry, and Stedry gets it home.
That was an aggressive play.
Right under the nose of Cephas. Caught him off guard. Maybe caught him napping a little bit. 22 now for the Cards.
Stedry got down low, bought some space.
But then immediate response for the Jaguars, Reese Rydell.
You know, we talked about attainable goals, and the Cardinals are certainly scoring more this quarter than any other.
Definitely better offense for sure, considering they went to halftime with only 13. Sullivan trying for his fifth three, but couldn't get it. Carter left Sullivan and then found Cephas, and Cephas couldn't get it from three. Was rebounded by Smith, who was then fouled. Riedel. Reese Rydell called on the foul.
And then immediately subbed off.
Gus Hawkins, one of the starters on the day, the 6'8" forward, the tallest player on the Jaguars roster. We have not seen much of him after he started the day. He is back out there.
Well, someone better post him up because he's sitting right under the hoop.
Yeah, he's Mason Kemp plus an inch and a much thicker tree trunk. Here's Cale Drummond for the Jags. Gus Hawkins comes and tries to set a pick for him. Didn't work out though. And then Sullivan was hoping the refs wouldn't see him poke that one in while he was clearly stood out of bounds, but they saw.
Speaking of poking, the referee about poked one of the cheerleaders in the face when he chose which direction that ball was going.
Jackson Smith checked out of the game for Errol Seaman. And then Sullivan with a forceful block there to keep that one away from the hands of Gus Hawkins. Now here's Sullivan on offense, and before he can do anything, we've got a foul here. On Drummond.
And the Cardinals are in the bonus, 15 foul against the Jaguars.
So here's Sullivan from the free throw line. He's 50% today, 1 of 2. Misses the first one. Cardinals are going to be in the bonus for these next 90-plus seconds. Maybe they could get some more shots from the free throw line. For now, Sullivan maintains his 50%. 23 now is the total for the Cards. Cephas getting way up there to bring that one down. Then gets it across for Wiltsey. Here's now Ja'Kai Carter. Cephas now a corner for Drummond. Drummond tried to get it in for Gus Hawkins. And he will have to wait for his first points of the day. Robbed yet again. Sullivan now.
Aggressive
into Arnold
by the Cards.
And the Cardinals with some very nice ball movement. Finished off by Micaiah Jerome. He's got a couple buckets today.
Under a minute here. You see some slow play action from the Jags, I imagine.
They really don't strike me as a team to let off the gas pedal, though. Under 30 seconds now. Here's Cephas around midcourt working against Sullivan. Under 20 seconds now. Chafis pulled up for three, didn't get it. Hawkins gets the rebound and does get it home for his first bucket on the day, much to the delight of the bench. So it'll end 25-50 after three. We will be back after a short break.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, which is brought to you by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Here's this inbound, which found Connor Watson. Now Sullivan. Sullivan cutting to his left. Tried to lay it into Seaman, but intercepted there by Cale Drummond. Some good vision there to intercept that one. Gus Hawkins is checked out of the game for the Jaguars.
Kept dribbling it a little bit out of bounds. Lost control of the ball. Turnover to the Cardinals.
Right at the end of that quarter, they played some very good aggressive basketball. I'd love to see more of that from the Cards. Stedry trying to light that spark. And an unbelievable putback there.
Fantastic.
That was nice from Stedry. His first shot didn't go, and he said, "You're going in the bucket, ball. Listen to me."
Get in your home.
Nice putback there for him. Cardinals up to 27, but immediate response from Cafis. Cancels out the bucket from Stedry. Here's Sullivan. And
Carey.
Second time that's been called against Sullivan today. Tough way to turn the ball over, but the nature of Mill Valley's defense is forced the players to feel they need to make more aggressive, sharper movements, and I think that's resulted in a couple of technical turnovers. Looks like we're going to have some free throws here. Youngkin up to his fifth foul now, so he's going to check out of the game for Arnold.
I was going to say, he started the quarter. I was intrigued to see how long he'd last.
Here is Rydell, and now Capus into Kemp. Kemp charged Watson there.
Let us stand in there, kid. Good job.
Kemp's third foul. First for the Jags this quarter. Here's Connor Watson following winning the foul. Now Sullivan pulls up and gets it as casual as could be. His fifth three-pointer of the day. Cardinals not done yet. Right now, though, the Jaguars basically playing without him in terms of shot and then rebound and then shot and then rebound and then shot and then rebound. And now it's still in their hands. Capus gets it to Kemp. Kemp, though, couldn't get it. And yet again, I think there were 5 offensive rebounds there for the Jaguars. But finally, they ended up getting a bucket. Cardinals just unable to get a hand in there. Here's Errol Seaman. Now Stedry. Stedry wants it from 3. Put far too much on that one. And now Sullivan. But that shot won't count anyway. So they call Caden Stedry for a foul, which is his 4th. And then Cale Drummond checks out of the game for Ja'Kai Carter.
They're one of the important players for the Cardinals in foul trouble.
Micaiah Jerome prepared to check into the game. Here's Rydell, who gets it to Kemp. Kemp misses, but then rebounds his own miss. Got it out to Wiltsey, who came up way short on his 3-point attempt. And now here's Sullivan working against Wiltsey. And going to be a foul won by Sullivan there against Wiltsey. His 3rd. And then Micaiah Jerome checking in for Stedry, because Stedry's up to 4 fouls. So Micaiah Jerome's going to inbound this. He finds Errol Seaman. Errol Seaman drove toward the basket, but then passed out for Connor Watson, who then traveled.
So it looks like some of the guys do a stutter step as they begin their movement with the ball before the ball actually hits the ground in their first dribble.
Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, the refs don't like it. Here's Rydell to Carter. Carter working against Jerome, then finds Capus, who pulls up. There's a similar play to what happened earlier in the game. Or I told you, I think it may have happened off camera, where Kemp landed on the shoulders of Errol Seaman and then fell over top of him. This time, though, they call Errol Seaman for a foul. And then Kemp's going to check out of the game for Sully Suderman. Not really sure what Errol Seaman's supposed to do to avoid being landed on top of.
Well, and certainly I think it's a good choice by the coach to pull Kemp out. Certainly not worth getting him injured in a game like this.
Yeah.
Hate to have a negative impact on the season like that.
Errol Seaman made a nice steal there, swipe, but just poked it out of bounds. So still Jaguars ball. Here's Capus. And now Suderman fresh into the game and gets a basket.
In a completely empty lane all by himself.
Micaiah Jerome into Arnold. Arnold out for Watson in some space. And come on, just couldn't get it to go for him.
I think it was about 80% into the net. And then jumped out somehow.
Then Watson intercepts this one, and Errol Seaman gave him a nice through pass to steal a turn from soccer, put it into the space in front of him to let him run onto it and put it away. Some nice chemistry there between Connor Watson and Errol Seaman. Now Wiltsey pulls up, doesn't get it, and then Capus whiffed on the rebound, but ended up getting it off of the floor. But now here's Errol Seaman. He's got a 3v1, gets it to Micaiah Jerome, who tried to lay it off to Sullivan, but it was so tricky that even Sullivan didn't know what he was doing. Now Errol Seaman, and he lost the handle on it. Now Ja'Kai Carter breaking away. He wanted to dunk, and Errol Seaman wanted anything but for him to dunk. And in the end, it results in the Cardinals scoring.
Aggressive defense, great passing, open shot.
Errol Seaman was running mad. That's why he stopped Carter there. Carter looks like he might have taken a shot to the face as well. It'll be interesting to see if he's woken up a little bit. I would say yes.
I would definitely say that the halftime adjustments from Eudora coaches have been positive.
Yeah. They just needed, if there were a defensive counterpart to it, this really could have been, it could still be close right now. But it was just, this offense for Mill Valley is, I mean, near unstoppable.
It's a very potent offense.
Yeah.
To say a word.
Then quadruple substitution for Eudora.
Line change.
Some new faces on the season. We've got Brandon Gardner. Didn't hear the rest over the PA, and unfortunately my roster has 2 number 1s and 2 number 22s. They just said Braden Handley is the number 22. Got him as a 5'10 senior, listed as a center and forward.
A little confusion on who's supposed to be shooting the free throw, looks like.
Yeah.
They're having to undo a substitution.
He subbed out of the game, he being Reese Rydell. So they'll take Gus Hawkins back out temporarily.
Not bad to come cold off the bench and just drop a free throw.
The number 1 in the ball game is Jerry Coble, 5'9 senior. And then we've also got Cage Crable.
See what some fresh blood can do.
Now Gus Hawkins does check in for Reese Rydell. So we've got a lot of different faces out there. On the Mill Valley side of things, you're seeing Jack Carpenter for the first time, as well as Aaron Gallimore. Gus Hawkins called for the foul here as first.
Certainly for a big man, you'd expect to have some fouls.
Hawkins looks like he's in a nice matchup, I would say, with Cage Crable, 6-foot sophomore. I like that matchup on physicality.
Strength on strength.
That inbound was stolen away by Sully Suderman, who then was trying to do a juggling act to stay in control of the ball. And Cage Crable committed a foul in the midst of all of that. So now Sully Suderman will get a couple shots from the line because the Jaguars are into bonus. And neither of his will go. But now Carter from 3, and it goes for him. Ja'Kai Carter has had a very good day for the Jaguars. Here's Micaiah Jerome, and now Braden Gardner. Now Coble. Handley. Back to Gardner now, running to that right side. Hands it off to Jerome. Jerome in a lot of duress. And then Crable tried to lay that one in there, hook that one in there. Did not happen for him. But it'll stay Cardinal ball. Ja'Kai Carter now checking out, probably for the rest of the day. Cole Huffman coming in now. First minutes for him today as well. Here it was Handley. Handley's shot was blocked by his opposing number 22, Sully Suderman. And now Suderman couldn't get his 3 to go. And then Crable intercepts. Breaking down court. He's got a 3v3. He wants it himself, though. And he just wins a shooting foul. Well done there by Cage Crable.
Nice style, though. Have that fake pass off to fake the defense and then go for the layup. Definitely style points. Let's see if we can earn some actual points here.
Cole Huffman fouled there. One more would put the Cards into bonus. Here's Crable's first of 2 free throws. His first doesn't go. And now Gus Hawkins will check out of the game for Thatcher Ivy, 6'2" junior. And Crable's second does go. So 35 points on the day for the Cardinals. Ivy brought that one down, pass it off to Carpenter. Now Huffman gets this one into Suderman, and now for 3, Jack Carpenter.
Wow,
and he gets it to go.
3.
Jack Carpenter, the 6'1" sophomore, got that one to go. Coble hands this one off to Jerome. Jerome slips up, and unfortunately they'll call him for the travel there. Hopefully he's all right. Looks like he's all good. Also looks like we've got a running clock now.
About 20 seconds remaining.
Thatcher Ivy. Looks like the Jags might just dribble this one out. Though Jack Carpenter strikes me as the type to take one last shot just for fun. But I should. What am I saying? I don't know I don't know anything about these people. Jack Carpenter dribbles that one out after getting the 3 on the previous possession. So 66-35 will be the final score here. A pretty emphatic victory by these Mill Valley Jaguars. We will take a break and recap this day on a whole for both Eudora Cardinals varsity teams, and then we will wrap the show up. So keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Caw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Caw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Caw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community, with all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve. Caw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.